Today, I'm going to show you how GenAI can transform resource allocation in your project. We're not just talking about automating the assignment of tasks, but also using AI-powered predictions to enhance your decision-making and avoid common resource bottlenecks. My name is Mohammed Nabtiti, a certified project management professional, risk management professional, and a PMI by AI professional. Of course, I don't have to remind you that the quality of GenAI outcomes are highly dependent on how thorough and specific the data you feed to it is. So here is what we need to do resource allocation with GenAI. First, define project WBS. You need to break down your project into tasks with durations, dependencies, and deadline. Then, you need to input dependencies, which task depends on which task. Then, identify resources. List the team members, their roles, skills, and their availability as well. Finally, set priorities and capacity. Ensure that each resource has the right availability and workload balance. If you can't fully do this, don't worry, GenAI is here to help you. With this data, GenAI can help you optimize how tasks are assigned and predict resource bottlenecks. Now, let me show you how easy it is to do this using GenAI. I'll attach these two Excel files containing sample WBS and resource data. If you face issues attaching files to your GenAI tool, you can alternatively copy and paste your tables to the prompt itself. Now, let's craft our prompt. I have attached two files, one with WBS and the other with resource data. Analyze these files and allocate tasks to the available resources based on task complexity and resource roles, skills, and availability. Notice how a good prompt should identify your constraints. I want these outcomes. 1. Resource allocation conflicts and bottlenecks report in a table. 2. A new WBS showing the optimized resource allocation. Show previous and new resource allocation. Highlight if a time extension or additional resources are required if you have to. 3. A Gantt chart with the new changes. Now let's see what the outcome of GenAI is. As you see, it picked my tables. This is the work breakdown structure. I'm using a simple work breakdown structure for this tutorial. But of course, there is no limit to how deep and complex your WBS can be with its tasks and work packages. And this is my resource data. It includes the resource names, role, skill availability, and previous experience and workload. Now, let's see the outcome. It gave me a resource overview with capacity. It showed me the current workload and remaining capacity. Then the resource conflicts and bottlenecks, which is what I requested. You can see resources are overloaded, which means in the optimized WBS with resource allocation, it showed me how resources can be reassigned to cover their overloads instead of blindly requesting for additional resources when you can use what you have. And finally, it gave me the Gantt chart with the new resource assignments, exactly what I requested from GenAI. GenAI helps us optimize the entire process of resource allocation. With just a simple prompt, it handles complex calculations and saves time to ensure your project stays on track while also staying on budget. Now you can start using this technique for your own projects. Let me know in the comments if you have any questions.